Are you the friend or loved one of someone who is a caregiver? Are you trying to support them by giving them the ideal holiday gift but struggling a little bit with some ideas? Well, welcome to Lantern Rays. I'm your host, Carolyn Lookabill, and today we're going to talk about last-minute holiday gifts for someone who is a caregiver. 2020 has been a pretty rough year for everyone, as we all know. And for most of us, if we are not the caregiver to someone else, we can't even imagine what they are going through as part of this whole COVID experience. So for the last 8 to 10 months, most of us have really been cocooning at home, and we're putting more of our energy into decorating the house, some of our family traditions, making specialty foods and that kind of thing. Holidays are a very important time for most of us. They bring back the memories of times past, especially persons who may have been near and dear to us who are no longer with us. And so holidays are a time that if someone is isolated, as they may be as a caregiver, it's an opportunity for us to reach out to them on a number of levels to say we care. So our program today is Holiday Gifts for Caregivers. And we're going to talk about a number of different categories and things that are relatively inexpensive for the most part and may not even cost anything. So the first one is going to be practical types of gifts, if you will. The first thing is, of course, gift cards. Gift cards are practical. They're easy to obtain. You can get them online. And the ones that are most appreciated are typically grocery stores. The gift cards that you can use for gasoline, that's a popular one. Drugstores, Amazon, Walmart. Those are the two big companies that people can order just about anything from and have it delivered in a day or two. And if someone is a caregiver and they're ordering medical supplies like incontinent products and extra paper products, things like that, detergent, those are things that they would most likely very much welcome a gift card for. So the next item I would talk about would be food items. You may have seen some of the ads in the last year for the home delivery services. Factor is one, HelloFresh is one, Freshly is one. You can Google it. There's probably like 15 different home delivery companies. And these companies specialize in having meals that have been prepared and either flash frozen or simply cut up and ready to go, packaged so that you can quickly put them together, but it's not necessarily like a highly processed food. So a lot of people really enjoy those, and a gift card for those allows you to give the recipient the opportunity to choose the actual meals they would like. They're delivered in a container that has dry ice. They can put them away and use them whenever they wish. So they're very, very popular with younger people and with older people. So think about that. Those are called home delivered meals. Another thing that people often would enjoy is an indulgence item or a luxury type item. That could be wine of the month. It could be cheese of the month. It could be candy of the month. A lot of people might remember the Fruit of the Month Club. So there are many types of specialty foods. And again, food of the month, just Google it. You'll find lots of companies. And that can be a welcome treat in the midst of a cold winter when you're not getting out very much. So that caregiver has an opportunity to get something that is high-end, very nice, and will be a nice treat. And it often isn't really that expensive. Even a case of oranges from Florida is usually only about $30. So take a look at some of those food of the month items and see if there isn't one that would work for you. The other thing would be, if you live nearby, could you actually make a meal? If you're a good cook and you're making some holiday meals yourself for the family, think about making an extra pan. Can you make an extra lasagna, an extra pan of cabbage rolls, whatever your specialties are, even desserts and cakes? And can you deliver those to the home? Now, you want to be aware of any dietary restrictions, but if it's a regular common meal, chances are it'll still be well received. And you can always call ahead and say, I'd like to bring a meal during the holidays, or I'd like to bring some meals for you. Now, if you're a cook who really is known for certain types of things that you make, like lasagna, maybe an example of that, you might want to go ahead and make a pan and then portion it out. You can get those little individual sized containers at any dollar store, and that way you'll package the meals, you'll deliver them, and somebody might have some grab and go meals for maybe when caregiving is a challenge on a particular day. You might also go to the grocery store and see if you could update and stock someone's pantry at home. That could be as simple as I'm going to take $20 or $25 and I'm going to buy all soups, or I'm going to buy all cereals. I'm going to buy a lot of the little snack food items that come in a can, like fruit and applesauce and puddings and that kind of thing. Whatever it is that you think would be, again, welcomed, that could be something that $25 would go a very, very long way in getting some items for a pantry. You might also think about some things like specialty coffees, ice creams, cookies. Again, those indulgence and luxury items that a person who's a caregiver may not even have time to get if they're at the store. Chances are if they're at the grocery, they're doing a quick run because they need to get back home. So think of some things that just give that momentary escape or that momentary pleasure, if you will. Can you give a gift certificate for something that's very neat? It could be a local restaurant that would deliver. It could also be something practical like an oil change. You know, the person who's a caregiver most likely would have an automobile, and that car would need regular maintenance. So would an oil change be something that they would need? What about a membership to AAA? You know, we all have the fears of a car breaking down on the highway, so that would be an ideal gift. If the family's having some financial struggles, is there anything else that you can do to help them kind of get ahead? We know that in the winter, our utility bills are a little higher, and that may take more of our, of course, income to pay those bills. So is there anything you can do to help that family? It could be, could you prepay a bill for them, like an electric bill? Could you prepay a phone bill for them? Could you, again, stock up on something that's a useful item that is a little bit more expensive? So that could be something like cleaning products. We all need laundry detergent. We all need dishwashing liquid. We need paper towels. We need toilet tissue. All those things that are not only a little bit more expensive, but could be bulkier to carry. So if a caregiver has to take their loved one with them to the store, it may be very difficult for them to be trying to get items like that. So think to some items that would be regular items they would use frequently, and could you help them stock up with some of those things? Could you also think about pet food and pet supplies? People who are caregivers may have pets, and one of the costs of having a pet is the food and supplies. So if this person may be struggling a little bit financially, sending a bag of dog food, or going to Chewy.com or PetSmart or Petland, any of those spots, and just sending along some treats and toys, a new bed, a new collar, or even ask the person, can I get you a gift certificate, or can I have pet food sent to you for a little Sparky or, Muffin or whatever their name is, The other thing would be, could you simply make your own little coupon book? Those are real popular again this year. And make a coupon for things that the person would need that would involve your time. Could be, I'll give you some visits where you can get out on your own and go for a walk or go get a hairdo, do whatever you need to do, and I'll stay with your loved one. Could be you're going to give them an afternoon. That might be the gift. It could be that you're going to do some house cleaning for them. Could be that you might be coming over to just do errands like laundry, cook food ahead. It might be that you're going to give them a certificate for things like raking leaves in the fall, cleaning out the leaves in the gutter, changing out screens, things like that. The routine maintenance items that are part of taking care of a home that for a caregiver may kind of just fall by the wayside. And it could also be something that would involve your whole family. So if your family is close to someone who's a caregiver, grab the kids. They can rake leaves. They can be a part of a cleaning project. They can do other things to be a part of helping another person. So there's some coupons that you can give for that kind of thing. And again, it might even be bringing a meal over. It could be something as simple as that. Doing errands for them, running to the dry cleaner. Can you make a run at the post office? Making sure the car has gas. All those little things that we just don't even really think about. And an important one would be, could you help drive someone to a medical appointment? If a caregiver is no longer driving, maybe they have advanced age and aren't driving, they may have to rely on a service like an Uber or something like that, or they may rely on the local transit system from the senior center. And during COVID times and during the winter, that can be a little harder than one might think. And so offering to take someone to a medical appointment could be just what they want, just the perfect gift. Now, what about a tech gift? Today we have more options for things like Alexa, Those devices are less than $100. In fact, I've seen the smaller ones for less than $50. So those are devices that we can say, Alexa, play Frank Sinatra My Way. Alexa, read chapter 2 of a book. Alexa, what is the temperature? Alexa, what is the address? So they're voice activated devices that can help us with so many different things in the home. They can help you set temperatures, turn lights on and off, all that kind of thing. So that's an easy one, Alexa and some of the other products like that. You might also find that a tech gift like a small tablet, which allows the person to preload videos that they can download, videos of nature, videos of music, videos of cats, flowers, things that might have been related to the person's hobby that they're caring for. That becomes something that if it's preloaded, they can simply turn it on and make it available to the person they're caring for to give them a little break. Maybe they need to take a shower. Maybe they need to go outside for a few minutes and do something. So that might give them a 15 or 20 minute break. So those tablets today, again, you're talking about a $50 item very easily. What about a Fitbit or something like that? All these wearable devices that are available today, technology has brought the cost down, and it's a helpful tool for caregivers to know how many steps they've taken, what their blood pressure is, sugar, any of these other things that are easily measured. And if that caregiver is a spouse, it could be that they also have some health issues that they need to monitor. So that's an ideal gift. And the last one I'm thinking of would be a security system. We've seen a lot on the news lately with the porch pirates, people who take our packages off the porch. And so some folks you may have noticed have the cameras on the outside of their home. Well, those devices really are, again, less than $100. They're easily purchased, easily installed. It can be a great way to know that someone's in your driveway, someone's outside your door. It can give you a sense of security even for your loved one if they have dementia, that they're leaving the home. You can simply turn the cameras to face the door so you see people coming out of the house as well as people trying to enter the home. And that's been very popular gift, I would say, in this last year. Does the caregiver's home need any small repairs that you or your family could help with? So I mentioned before, changing the screens, making sure that weather stripping is up. Is there something that needs to be done like checking smoke detectors, replacing batteries, all the small items that really kind of come with owning a home? Those would be things that you can help with. The next category I have would be interactive and engaging types of items. So of course we have puzzles. Those are very popular, especially now during COVID. I guess the sale of puzzles has gone through the roof. We've also talked in previous programs about Memory Mat. And Memory Mat is something at memorymat.com that was developed by a group of students at Yale. It's a placemat type of an item that is put together with photographs and phrases key to the person that is being cared for, and it becomes an interactive device that can be used to kind of entertain and engage them for 15 to 30 minutes at a time. Very, very popular and less than $15. They're actually free, but they do look for a donation. The next thing would be DVDs, gift cards for Netflix, things that allow us to kind of escape on the television or a tablet and see some programs that maybe we are not going to be able to get out to see. Most theaters are still closed, but even if the person was able to go to a theater with the theater open, they're not likely to be able to get out of the house. So anything that gives us access to entertainment, so whether that's DVDs or video games, apps, it could be, again, gift certificates for Netflix or any other kind of streaming service. And it doesn't just mean for movies, it could also be for concerts. And those who are frequent to their local orchestra or lyric guild or theater groups, you may find that those are the types of things that you can also get a DVD or gift subscription for. Another area would be memberships to local spots in your community. Your zoo, any of your museums that have a membership, could even just be one of your park systems that charges a fee. So that gives you an opportunity to have that caregiver and their loved one, if possible, get out, go to a place that they enjoy, go to a place that's typically handicap accessible, and will give them a break in good months. And then the last one is the Book of the Month Club. A lot of people like to read, and of course, Book of the Month Club is one way to do that. And today there are so many options for not just getting a book each month, but having a book club so that it's online, it's virtual, you're all reading the same book, and you can have discussions. So it does require a computer, though, to be a part of that. An item that you might think of to give a caregiver would be a Pamper Gift, something that pampers them, that gives them that sense that they are being cared for by you. They're already caring for their loved one. Could be a gift certificate to their favorite salon, maybe for a manicure, a pedicure, hairdo, a facial, something like that. Could be a gift certificate for a massage. And it could be for something that's a practical gift, but a luxury gift, a new robe, very nice new slippers, any kind of bath products that they enjoy, just to give them a few moments of luxury, of comfort, of relaxation, that kind of thing. Could be a special throw blanket, a new pillow for the bed. There's so many types of pillows today that really help us sleep better. Could be an essential oil diffuser. It could also be specialty things that help someone sleep. So that could be, for some people, the specialty teas. It could be music. There are all the specialty music CDs that you can get today, that waves, ocean sounds, nature sounds, the white noise machine that kind of drowns out the sound around us. Could be a yoga mat, could be exercise clothing, a pair of new walking shoes, self-help books, or a journal. Sometimes when caregivers can't get out, they can't connect to others, just getting their thoughts out on paper can be very important to them. So those are some items that may nurture them and be caregiving to them. And then another category, which is the last one, is emotional. Are you able to go and give them a sense of a memory from a while back that was a good one? So someone who's a caregiver may again be feeling very isolated. So if you have a photograph of a time you were all together, you went on a vacation, you had a high school graduation, a college event, someone's wedding, and you can include a copy of that photo. Just take a photo of your own photo in a frame and take it to the drugstore or send it to the drugstore, get a quick copy made, slip it into a card, and then have a memory. You know, John, I remember when our families were together for Missy's wedding. It was one of the best times of our life, and we'll never forget the fun time we had together. Something like that. So that would be something that, again, will strike an emotional note with the caregiver, and it's something that they may pull out when times are tough. You may have photo albums or yearbooks, something that you can bring to the home, schedule to bring some food over and sit down and actually talk about times past. That would be something. It might be a Bible or a book of inspirational messages or verses or quotes, something that might help them if they are somebody who would respond to, again, religious items. Could be inspirational music. Maybe there's a certain type of music that is calming to them or that they enjoy that would give them a momentary break. The most important thing I think that you can give a person, and it really doesn't cost anything, is your time. So as we said earlier, if you can carve out some time and you know you're going to visit that person, that's wonderful. And say, hey, I'd like to come over. Let's schedule a time for coffee. I'll bring the coffee and dessert. I'll bring the pizza. I'll bring the dinner, whatever it is you can do. And you come over. And then your focus is to just spend time with that person. Be available if they need a listening ear. Talk about times past. Ask what you can do to help. Offer to do something. Don't just ask, how can I help you? But say, I'd like to know, can I drop off your dry cleaning? Can I go grocery shopping for you? Can I take your car for an oil change? Give them specific things that you're able to do and willing to do. Just having a few minutes of time with someone that they care about, a friend, a family member, is a perfect gift, and they will really, really appreciate that. Most importantly, keep that caregiver and the one they care for and about in your thoughts and prayers. You know, caregiving can be very isolating, and just knowing that other people are thinking about you can mean all the difference. So we hope we've given you some ideas. These are all last minute ideas you could still do this holiday week to help someone know that they're cared about, and to help someone have that sense that there's some things that can be done to kind of get them through these next few hours, this next day, this next week, and this next month while they are being a caregiver. We thank you for tuning in this week again to Lantern Rays. I'm your host, Carolyn Lookabill, and I will look forward to seeing you on a future program. And until then, I send you our best for today and always.